I have to admit, I was pretty bummed on the gunship being here.
What's that about the gunship?
There was this, me and Jay were in the CG, and there's this guy who really hates us, and I said, sure, I'll do you in a 1v1, and he was using a gunship with seekers and plasma accelerators, so I figured, oh, I'll probably be able to outmaneuver him, but fighter, he killed me, but I got him down to 37% hold. But yeah, he still got me. I thought I was going to be able to get him.
Were you in the FTL?
No, it was my fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gunship's kind of tough in the fast because they're basically just an upgraded gunship, just a bit slower.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was telling myself. Like, well, you just got beat by, you know, a SPAAACE on steroids, so you shouldn't feel too bad.
Yeah, it's just more armor and more weapons, but less speed. So if you have long range, you can dominate that fight.
Yeah, I was using short range. I was using efficient plasma accelerators, so I had to get close, like really close.
Yeah, I mean PAs, even the long range ones, outside of 4 kilometers, you're not really hitting much.
No, it's mostly shot speed. I probably could have torn them apart if I was using my pack hound build, but I was just using all the phasing PA build I made, which was actually pretty effective. But I couldn't keep my shields up with the fighter constantly on me, and the seekers were blowing out modules and stuff. That was just like a.
Crimson Natural Industries is the controlling faction. There are 3 orbital stations and 2 planetary stations in this system. Information: Ilata is in a state of famine. Caution is advised.
Funny, sometimes I forget that I'm playing in VR, and then it's like something 3D jumps out at me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not looking at a screen, I'm actually in it. Definite real trip though. I got a program so I can put screens from my monitor up inside the game. So I've got my voice or my text chat for the Twitch and stuff, and I can watch video on that if I want to watch YouTubers.
Oculus recently got a thing like that. I think it's called Oculus Desktop, and you can you know, access your monitor inside your ship.
Yeah, it's the best. Also, this one, I've got it so that if I look directly at it, it goes to 10% translucent, or like 90% translucent, basically. So if there's something there I want to look at, I can look through it, and then when I want to look at it, as long as I don't tilt my head directly at it, it stays fully opaque.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it doesn't show up in my stream at all, so I can read the chat, and they don't even know what I'm looking at. They just see me looking up at the corner for a sec.
Oh, nice.
Same with like YouTube. If I want to watch YouTube, and just I can put the channel directly to my headphones so it doesn't go to the stream, and then watch YouTube that way as well. Still trying to get that all figured out, but it should work.
Landing pad.
Even in VR high, this game doesn't look like excellent. It still has to scale it, because otherwise it would not run at a good frame rate.
I just turn off my super sampling and run it on.
Yeah, that's what I do too. It's good enough now that you can run it like that, and it's still playable. I know what I'm doing. I don't really need to read everything, but like I still can. It's just it's a little slower. See how it is for PvP, I guess. But I think it'll be intense for PvP.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
Yeah, this is dope. I mean, head tracking was really good, but this is a whole another level.
Oh yeah, it's really helpful in a wing fight. Because you can look all around, you can see, you know, the little symbols next to the targets and who's targeting what all at the same time. I know you can see it, you know, like
Yeah,
you
same
know,
in
on
head
top of
tracking,
the screen.
but in this you can like lean around and actually look out and see the 3D-ness of it as well, which is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it adds a whole nother level to it. I actually don't like to do combat out of VR anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm not going to play this game out of VR anymore, I don't think. I haven't used my head tracking since I got this thing. I'd used it once because I hadn't got this fully set up yet and I wanted to do PvP that day, but after that, no.
Your ship repaired. Your ship repaired. Exploration data for 10 systems sold for over 195,000 credits. Disengaged from local networks.
And
The only reason I thought I might be able to beat the guy in the gunship was because he was using a plasma accelerator built like mine, and I figured I could outturn him.
yeah, but he should be able to, but still, he can reverse ski, and that's the thing. The faster ship doesn't always win. I've noticed that.
No, because even though I was orbiting around him and keeping him at the range that I wanted him to be, it didn't stop the fighter and it didn't stop the seekers. And he also had drag munitions on the seekers, so that didn't help.
Yeah, drags help when the ship's faster than you. I think they're gonna be the meta here. Drags seem to be the best now. Heat I love, and I love the what's the other one that's good? The one that hits shields really bad. Nice. But drag works on everyone equally, and it's equally bad for everybody.
I noticed it's way worse if you're flying with FA on in a FVL. You cannot move for a few seconds. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. It hurts
If you're
your
in FA off and you're still if you're in it's kind of like the equivalent of having no pips in engines for the time that it's affecting you.
Yeah, but you can still boost. That's the thing. If you boost really quickly right when you're getting hit, you can mostly overcome it.
It wasn't tying me too much up in the past because I'm mostly FA off in that thing anyway, and so the ship just keeps moving. But he got hit with drag in my FDL, and it was not good. I remember thinking, "Wow, I'm gonna use this on FDLs from now on." It was almost like getting hit with an ion. It was so bad. It was just much more noticeable. I don't know why. I think it's because of FDLs. Like, at least when I fly mine, I rely on perma boost to keep moving because I fly in FA off a lot. So, not being able to boost means I can't change directions or turn or anything in my FDL. The other ships don't rely on boost so much, but the FDL does.
Yeah, it's true.
So you take that away from it, it's kind of fucked. It's kind of stuck going in the direction that it's going until the drag wears off.
Really having a hard time finding any of these distribution centers in famine zones. Problem is you have to be within, I think, 500 light seconds to see them. Keep flying to all these different planets. It's all just checkpoints. Also, head tracking won't track if you look fully behind, and you use like a multiplier in head tracking, so you're not really getting one-to-one motion like you do in VR, which is like way better.
Yeah, I've never tried head tracking. I just went to VR.
Yeah, VR is good. Head tracking is kind of like only like a quarter as good as VR because it only tracks like the front quarter, so you can kind of turn your head up to like 30 degrees, but your eyes have to look at the monitor. Whereas in this, your eyes follow where you're looking, so it's amazing. Although I used head tracking on triple monitor, which means you don't have to move your eyes, you can just look.
What kind of data are you looking for exactly?
Data mine, wake exceptions, and all that jazz. Just all the wake stuff.
Okay, yeah. I remember before material traders getting this stuff, I think I just sat outside of a station at a CG, a station somewhere, and just scanned wakes as people warped away.
Yeah, I have to do that.
Because I have been playing long enough to where I didn't just join, so I do know how to get these mats because I've done it the old way. So
yeah, me too. It's just really weird. The old way doesn't seem to exist anymore or something. Or maybe I'm just really unlucky. I haven't seen a single one of these distribution zones. There's one more planet in the system, but I'm just going to drop in a checkpoint and see if maybe all distribution zones are now checkpoints or something. They also appear to be at war, so maybe that affects it.
there's also a chance you'll find it if you drop in on encoded emissions. But that could be anything.
There's like 4 nav beacons here. Oh. Ooh, and they're scanning. Oh boy.
But I have noticed that the old ways that you would obtain the materials don't apply anymore in some cases.
Yeah, that might be one of them here.
I think they just said, fuck it, we're not going to work on it anymore. We have traders, so people can stop complaining about it.
Traders, you say? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, so this is not what I thought it was going to be. This is just the actual checkpoint. Craziness. Maybe if I scan these nav beacons, it'll tell me where everything is.
This nav beacon has transferred details of 15 bodies in this system.
Alright, one last planet to check for the famine distribution center.
I'm looking at
Your ship
the
has
guide
left
and
Supercruise.
spreadsheets. Oh, I see. Yeah, distribution center.
You see one?
No. I'm just reading it. I'm reading the 3.0 material scavenger guide.
Ah, yes. Will fly any distance for working distribution center. Maybe I need to be in open. I'll try that after.
I'd be surprised if that was the case. It might just be you have to mode switch because they made this. They did make like this game specifically so you could do everything in private and solo if you wanted.
Well, yeah, but then like the CGs always break and stuff. Open, I've noticed. Yeah, basically solo always works. That seems to be the case. I just blew past the signal source. So scan it. Coded? Yeah, might as well. My alt account only has 75 million credits. Gotta get earning.
I've never even heard of a distribution center. That's the thing. When I got these, I would just sit outside of a station and scan wakes.
Yeah, and I've done that too. That's the old way. The distribution center is like 10 times as efficient.
Entering encoded emissions signal source.
Oh geez, debris everywhere. Oh boy.
Your ship has left Supercruise near planet Alata 6.
It's funny because you can see the aliasing on the debris easier in VR than you can normally see it on the screen.
Yeah, you can. I can't tell what if the game looks better on the desktop or in VR. It both have their pros and cons.
Yeah, no, the desktop version is not flawless. That's true. Got some issues. Yeah, I think in 4K on the desktop is probably the best way to play it right now. But yeah, I mean, triple screen, triple 1080p is pretty nice. VR is pretty amazing. They're lower res, but like totally unique experiences in their own rights. It's weird I can't target this shit. Am I pushing the wrong button? There you go. Now it's working. When in doubt, just mash your hand on the controls until something works. I actually feel like I'm really maneuvering through space in this. This is nuts.
Oh yeah, I can't fly right if I'm not in VR. I don't know. I can't tell what direction I'm going as well. Anywhere near as well.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. You really get a good sense of motion and everything. I can't wait to fly the cutter now, actually. It's gonna be good.
You feel like you're in like a luxury ship. It's just really nice.
Yeah. That's it.
It's
funny.
like the Anaconda is kind of like a trashy, like when you're in that in VR, it's like it's trashy looking compared to the Cutter.
Oh, totally. Same within the normal game too, man. Anaconda,
Yeah.
just wires sticking out and everything. No, I love the Cutter. It's my luxury cruiser. The only thing I want is one luxury slot so you can have like a class 4 luxury cabin or something in there for free. For my personal use, and also if I wanted to haul passengers around, I could that way. It'd be so sweet. Like, who wouldn't want to be on that ship? I would.
Yeah, I know, right? Only the nicest ship in the game, pretty much.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Great ship. There we are. And now I'm flying the last planet. Why did I stop? Oh yeah, encoded emission. Does the avatar of yourself feel like too small in the game?
A bit.
Yeah, I noticed that. Same within VR chat when you were that Keanu Reeves avatar, that one seemed undersized as well. The
Yeah, it was.
John Wick one, yeah.
And some of them were oversized. That was really weird.
Yeah, that happens too. But you know what's interesting is you can change the size in VR chat, so you can be like a dominating monster or a really tiny version of any avatar.
Always does that.
It's funny, me and Jay, the first time we got on, this guy's walking around as a giant dinosaur playing the Jurassic Park theme, and then he had 8 seats on the back that you could ride. He's a big brontosaurus. It's crazy. Brachiosaurus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's just walking around the hub, and every time he stepped, it's like boom, boom, like it had sound effects and everything.
So he was just like he was a dude that was a theme park ride, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. There was 8 of us riding on top of him and like looking around. I didn't get video of that, unfortunately. I wish I had. They're running around as dragons and stuff, and they're just enormous.
Are distribution centers new?
They were, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. That would be why I've never heard of them.
I mean, they might not be. It was new to me, so I don't know. Conflict zone, resource extraction.
Yeah, I never recall seeing.
I'm just gonna look up and see if they're still in the game. They might have took them out or something, right?
I just know I've never seen one. They either just took them out or just put them. I'm not sure. It seems like a whole lot changed when I took a little vacation and went and played. I played Eve for like 3 months and then came back to Elite and everything was fucking different.
Okay, so it's just random whether or not they're there. And I think this place has Civil War, so I'm just gonna hit a different system. People talking about them in December, so unless they just removed them from the game, there should still be. This is why it's good to stream.
Mission reward. Oh no, wait, no, they're not.
But scientific installations, you can do it too. If I run across one of those, I will take it. Alright, then jump away. Try the next system. I will find you, and I will scan you.
Jump in progress. Your ship is in transit to the Tuasi Majoris system. You are leaving Federation space.
Got a wake scanner with a
This is your
specific
first
set of
visit to this
skills.
system. Humans have yet to colonize this system.
Oh my god, that's bright. It's easily the brightest star I've seen so far.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just keyed.
Destination confirmed. Your ship is traveling to the Krateru system. This is your first visit to this system. Krateru is an independent federation with a population of nearly 150,000 people. Krateru independent governance is the controlling faction. There are 2 orbital stations and a single planetary station in this system. You are now 218 light years from
What is that voice pack you have?
information. Krateru is in
Oh,
a
that's
state
Brian.
of famine.
I
Caution is
invented him.
advised.
What the hell? That's
Yeah, I just I got voice attack, and then I found a sale for the Brian Ivona voice pack, so I named him Brian, and then I just wrote some code to make him do stuff, and then I implemented EDDI, which is like this interface database thing, and I run that as like a subroutine under Brian, and now he does all kinds of shit that I didn't program it.
holy shit.
That's pretty awesome. I said you gotta have a good AI if you want to beat your enemy's AIs. Although mostly I'm just using them for controls in VR right now, and I used to play a lot of music with them, but when you stream you can't really do that.
Yeah, I'll cut your whole audio out.
Instant video demonetization. I mean, every video I have is pretty much demonetized anyway because I use copyright shit all the time.
Yeah.
Funny, like I just walk into some random nightclub with Unreal J and stupid VR chat, and then suddenly like 9 minutes of the video is muted. I'm like, fuck. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that works. It sucks.
Like, I wish you were putting that level of effort into shutting down ISIS or something. Like,
I
you
know,
need to shut me
right?
down.
I know, right? They're very quick about it.
I ain't hurting nobody. Well, except for feds of the CG. Those guys I'm definitely hurting. Damn it, damn it, damn it. On to Planet 4. So far, no sign of distribution centers. Oh,
But
conflict
you've seen one before.
Yeah, I have, but not like recently because I haven't had needed to do this for a while.
Yeah. I just would go to a busy station and scan wakes, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do system small. I'm gonna scan this last planet, and then I'm gonna, because this one's in conflict too. I think conflict makes them not appear. So far, every one of them has been. It's kind of the problem. Damn RNG. Corporate famine. Better not be at war. Ooh, a debris field. That's something different. I'm going in. Fuck it, I don't need no debris field.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it's kind of been an awkward place.
4, 3, 2,
Telemetry obtained. Your ship is in transit to the HIP 47387 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Current location is 210 light years from Belisuk.
fuel scoping.
I need to get this thing engineered pronto. I don't have enough power to run all my equipment.
Fuel scope disengaged.
Your ship refueled.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2,
Destination confirmed. Your ship is traveling to the Armen Hotso system. This is your first visit to this system. Armen Hotso is an independent corporate home to nearly 19,500 people. Armen Hotso Crimson Vision Corp is the immediate power.
Oh yeah,
There is one
distribution
orbital
sectors.
station
Perfect.
in this system.
fuel scope disengaged.
Your ship is
Holy shit. Holy shit.
information. Armen Hotso is in a state of famine.
I don't ever remember saying that. I guess I didn't look hard enough.
It took me 4 systems before I found it. Amen Hazo system. Amen to that.
Yeah, seriously, the way that I rolled all my FSDs on all my ships, I just sat outside of stations and scanned the wigs, and that's how I got that.
It works. This is just immensely faster. I don't know if you know if they put the FSD boosters back in yet.
I don't think they did yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything either. Sooner than we think, my ass. I can think of a lot. Han Solo. My best character in Star Wars, easily. Although, like, Luke Skywalker was always my personal favorite. It's funny, he's like the Jaime Lannister of Star Wars. Think about it. Oh man. Flying close to planets in this thing is intense. Oh, what? It's funny because it still doesn't feel planet-sized, but it feels like a massive beach ball. A really big one.
Yeah, the sense of scale was weird.
Yeah. You had to scale it up, but it's close. Oh my god! Type 9!
Normal space near planet
Multiple
Earth
Type 9s.
also
Oh wow, they're big. Wow. Yeah, that sense of scale is cool. Jesus. I even knew what I was flying into and it still scared me. Alright, I guess I better power this scanner. Cut down life support for a few minutes. There we go. I got enough.
Or your vehicle here.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Power plant capacity exceeded.
Jeez, I can still barely run this. It's not even a good wing scanner. I don't understand.
Just cut your vehicle hanger off.
Oh, that's a good idea. I cut like everything else off. Fuel scoop, collector, limpet. Yeah, vehicle hangers, 11%. There you go. Good call. Been a while since I've had a ship that was this power stingy. Wow, I'm not
Yeah.
a hull tank guy.
Oh no, the only reason I know is because I was using my travel condo with an undersized power plant, and I was using my ASP to travel, like, to take the shield generator for my FAS. I put in my travel ASP, so I had to shut a lot of things off to actually make that work, because I'm not going to go there in the FAS, and I take, you know, a taxi ship and put the module in it, and then go get the secondary work on, you know, and then pin the blueprint. But using the shield that I had in my fast when I usually run, like, I forget what size shield I run on the ASP. I think it's a size 3D they use.
Yeah, I think that's how it is. Really weak.
Yeah, it's basically just so you have somewhat of a shield in case somebody bumps into you.
Appearance of shields.
Yeah. It does suck if you have no shields, like absolutely no shields, and you lightly bump into something.
Or when you're landing on a planet, it's really good to have some shields so that you can land a little rougher than usual.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always thought it was silly when I would see trade ships without any shields, because yeah, it's a bold move, but it's also kind of stupid because you could put a really small shield generator in there and still have plenty of room.
So. Although if you build it all for stealth and like escaping, that might be actually good depending on what your build is. I should build a PvP Type 7 and start dominating people. Hilarious.
I've never flown a Type 7.
It's the space truck. It's it's like trying to make a semi-truck into a combat tank. Not gonna happen easily, but maybe.
The Type 6 and Type 7 were ships that I never bothered to buy and look at the cockpit. Look at the
Type
art.
6 is actually really decent long-range explorer. You can outfit it quite nicely for exploring. It's got a decent amount for its size. It's overshadowed now by the Diamondbacks, but back then, before those came out, it was decent for that too. And it's not bad for mining and stuff. Like, all around, it's not bad. It's kind of like a micro ASP if you can't afford the ASP.
I also didn't check out a T10. I did check out the THF.
But I have better ships for fighting the Thargoids, so I barely use mine now. I have the gold paint job for it. Golden brick shall ride again.
What chip do you use for Thargoid?
Right now it's a courier. Because you can get a decent amount of speed, armor, and shields out of a courier, and it can hold 3 size 2 hardpoints. I've got the railguns. I can just like snipe hearts off like they're not even there.
Solo?
That's the plan. I have not yet successfully done it solo, but I've done it with like 3 people.
Damn. You'll... You get a surprising amount of aggro. How fast is the courier?
That's the thing, this one's only like about 650, 700-ish.
Well, yeah, when you're one-on-one with the Thargoids, sometimes they have bullshit stuff that can hit you from really far away and can go faster than your ship can, like the swarms. That'll be problematic.
Yeah, the swarm's like a fighter.
Yeah.
What I try to do is I take one flat cannon so I can disrupt the swarm and then snipe with the railguns.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, it's... I know the swarm size is its health, and you use the black cannons to lessen the swarm size. Yeah,
2 for
it
1.
worked. Yeah.
I'm scanning awake, just sitting here, and another ship awakes right in front of it. Oh, I didn't get anything for that one though. But whatever. I got anything good? I didn't see anything like brand new pop up. I got 3 data mined. That's good. Nice.
Flight assist. Flight assist on.
Yeah, ships never stop coming here. It's just constant scanning.
Yeah, it's way more efficient.
Yeah, if you can locate one.
Yeah, you can find one.
The funny thing is, there's 3 here in this system, like all right beside each other. I guess
I noticed that.
that's where they were all hiding. They're all right here. The distribution center for the entire sector. What's funny is people are taking food from the famine system to other systems. It makes like no sense. Unless they're just trying to get back to the star. They're high waking out to just come right back. Actually, you know what's funny? I could follow him and find out. They're stealing that food, and then I'll go liberate it.
Critical message.
And then suddenly I'm the one pointing to.
That's one of the things I really like about Elite is like I really didn't know about these distribution centers until now, and I'm pretty sure they've been in the game for a while.
At least a little while. I think they were in before I found out about them, and that was like months ago. Maybe like February?
What?
Yeah, I'd probably say February is when I heard about them.
Okay, so it is kind of relatively new.
Maybe, but then like I think they were not new when I found out, so it's like who knows how old they actually are. They could have totally been in the game the whole time, and I wouldn't have known either.
Yeah, somebody from CCG was like, we were you know, just teaching people how to engineer their ships, and for data mine wake exceptions, we would always say, you know, go to a CG or a busy station or something, just scan the wakes there. That's how I do it. That's how my friend did it, you know. And then one of the guys that we promoted to master, because he obviously knew about the game, and we could tell he knew shit, so we had him train other people, and he was like, oh yeah, just go to a distribution center. And you're like, what? And we're like, oh shit, but he's always in the game? Yeah. And I was like, oh well, we've been doing it the wrong way, haven't we?
So I have no idea. They probably were. I know that science centers are new. Like those weren't always in the game. They're new.
No, I don't remember hearing about those ever either.
And apparently that's a good way they could do it too. So I'm gonna look for one of those and try it out at some point as well. Loot all the shit there. There's all kinds of stuff. Satellite to scan. I don't know if it'd be good for wakes though, but like every other type of data, so you can trade. You know what this game just needs is like a font pack. If I can just install like more clear font, I think that would fix everything.
Yeah, to give it less of a glare.
Yeah, and you know, more spacing between like the letters and stuff, so that you know each letter is easily defined. Cause I can see everything, but it's a little blurry, just a little bit though. Like, not anything necessary for me to fix.
Yeah, like you can read everything.
Yeah, it's just like for quick target acquisition, it might be a little slow. Let's see. I might be able to work around it, like especially if I can install fonts, because I've seen Russians play and they have fonts, and theirs looks amazing. Like it looks like glorious compared to what we have. So I want something like that.
I'll just show me an example later.
Centric hyperspace trajectories? Oh no, strange wake solution. Ooh, I got 2 on that one. Yes. Oh Jesus, be my strength. This is way less boring to do in VR.
Yeah.
Like I basically do anything just flying around in space in VR, so the fact that I'm like grinding out shit for my account is just icing on the cake.
Well, you'll be able to use the strange wake solutions for interdictors.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah, grade 4 expanded capture arc and long range interdictor. Also, it's used in increased range for the FSD, but only grade 3. But the interdictors you could use that for.
I'm getting massive double payouts on everything I scan right now. Sweet. Yeah, for this ship, it's not going to be for PvP though, it's all lightweight. Although eventually I'll be doing an FDL on this account, I think, as well. Might as well. And then eventually a cutter. Oh man, 2 cutters. I'll just like drop torpedoes and then fly out into space in one account. Fly the other account in and drop more torpedoes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that happen. That's so gonna happen. I'm also thinking about multi-crewing with my second account, right? So I can control both. I was working on logistics of controlling it. It's a bitch, though. Like flying a ship and controlling the guns at the same time. I'm not coordinated enough, I don't think.
Yeah, that would be a lot. That would be a lot to deal with.
I just need a new command. Brian, take the wheel. But technically you're not allowed to do that, especially not in PvP. That would be all kinds of rule breaking, right?
It would be that I would think that you would get in trouble for that.
Yeah. It wouldn't be if I was manually controlling both, and I did try that, but it's not like, it's better for me to do it one at a time than to try and control both. I'm not very efficient at either. Although, 2 cutters with turrets and torps, that might work. Like if I outfit it especially for it and get some multi-boxing software, maybe I can make it happen. I don't know if you can multi-box VR though. It's like I'm playing Elite Dangerous inside of Elite Dangerous.
You'd have to use your monitor and then your headset as another monitor.
No, I was thinking you can do the headset and then you can do the in-game monitor. I'm using it for the chat right now, but I can totally put a copy of Elite Dangerous on there and be like playing it inside Elite Dangerous. Controlling my ship.
I don't know if that would work. I don't know if that would work.
I don't know if it'll work either because it has to have focus, right? And that was the problem before. I had to always alt tab, but technically. Probably better just to keep like a cutter on standby, and then when my main cutter retreats, immediately drop in an identical second cutter, my second account, and start flying it too. It's orgy number 2, and it's healing everyone back to full life and dropping more torpedoes on us. Good lord.
I wonder if enough people complained that FDev would take action or not.
Action
Is
for
that's what happened to me though. It's like my ship didn't blow up in time, and I got a strike on my account for it.
Wait, what? Oh, because of like that was networking though, right?
Mm-hmm. And FDev modified their reasoning for the strike on my account to keep the strike on my account, because first they said that I was manipulating the game with malicious uh, whatever people use, like some kind of software or something to manipulate it. And a friend of mine said, you want to, well, if they're accusing you of that, then they know exactly what you were doing, so obviously they can tell you. So yeah, so I said, oh, I have a friend who knows about this shit, so not in those words, but I gave him a reply like, well, I want you to tell me exactly what you think I did and how I did it. So then they said, well, we're gonna modify the reason for your ban to you knew you weren't taking damage but didn't withdraw or kill your client in time. And I replied, I didn't want a combat log. I don't combat log. It's not my first. That's definitely that's not what I think of doing first ever.
Right.
Like
right.
I don't yeah, I don't retreat and I don't combat log. I usually just fight until I die, and that was how I felt with that. And their servers couldn't handle that many commanders in the instance. That's clearly what it was, but they were so fucked up about it that they couldn't admit that they were wrong. And so the fucking PvP community hated me for a while because like people were saying, well, if you really didn't cheat, then you can get FDev to say, okay, we're sorry, and that's what I thought too. But no, they were like, no, we're gonna modify this to you didn't act fast enough.
Yeah, basically, so if it happens again, they'll really try and nail you to the wall with it. So you just gotta basically get out of there if that happens.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I have seen that happen before too, though, and I've seen people hacking too. It's crazy. Like, I've seen both. You can recognize the difference if you're in the situation for sure. Although, I mean, it could look weird to everyone, right? Like, it's obviously the game's not perfect, and obviously there are hackers out there, so it's things to consider.
My main accusers were the nomads.
Oh yeah, well, those guys are.
Yeah.
They've accused me of all kinds of shit too with no proof.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, everything. Right? It's a full transparency. You can see everything I do. Although I've been sanctioned myself, they took away my drives and my shield boosters for the incident.
What do you mean?
Nightshady found a way to bypass the UI that allowed you to get grade 5 rolls for grade 1 materials.
Ooh.
And he showed like 5 of us how to do it, and we all did it, and they got us all. But they also took away Harry Potter's and all the SDC members that had been doing it for months drives away. And I was prepared for all my drives to go down, so I left.
I feel like that was fair. I feel like that was,
yeah, it brought everything.
I would.
That was a win for us. Like, that's the thing. It sucked for like, a couple of us. Xeno was out for about 2 weeks, but Harry Potter basically never recovered from that. Like, that took him out of the game.
I was wondering what that shit was, why he just disappeared.
Yeah, we basically won. Like, an unwinnable battle where everyone's got infinite credits, we somehow demoralized him enough to not really play anymore. It's crazy.
Wow.
He did eventually come back, but, like, it was never the same. Considering he was Elite's, like, most notorious and well-known player, yeah. We don't mess around. I'm just surprised we were even able to pull it off. It was like almost accidental.
Yeah, it was a happy accident though. You got
Yeah, it worked in our favor.
SDC's shit taken away. Just because, yeah,
I was back at full PvP operations within 2 days, whereas like there were people out for weeks and months. It was hilarious. And remember, I've got a 32 ship fleet. And growing. Those are just the named ships. I mean, I have hundreds of storage ships.
Yeah, the only thing that, I mean, I was shadow banned for 72 hours or something like that, and
JD got a week for mouthing off on the forums.
No. Yeah, no, I just got a ban I hardly noticed, but I didn't like that there was a strike on my account, and they were like saying, "Drop it, dude," because we didn't do anything to you, and it's like, yeah, you did, because if I get accused of something again, and you get an overwhelming amount of reports and don't look into it, it's going to be a month instead of 70-some hours because there's already a strike on my account. It shouldn't be there.
It's never like a month. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I don't know. With hacking it.
Oh, they could take it off. They could take it off.
They probably will. I mean, whatever.
Oh no, they won't. They won't. They already explained to me that they're not going to take the strike off my account because I didn't withdraw fast enough.
If I have
Like
a
I should.
strike, I might, you know. Is there a way to check?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it didn't sit right with me. I got a lot of shit for no reason.
Funny, because like I'm not even playing on my account right now. My main and the alt, so it's like the strike would not affect me in any way right now. I'm just an innocent, unaffiliated newbie. I don't know what you're talking about, strikes. Excuse me, I have to drop off all these UA bombs at the nearest Federation station.
Yeah, so if you IFF me on the PvP hub or the or like any of the like the GCI bots or anything like that, I come up as a hacker and a combat logger. I've done neither.
Jeez.
KOS for being a hacker and a combat logger.
I wonder if I come up as a combat logger. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, at the time I called it the report meta. If you can't beat them in the game, just get all your friends to report them and they'll just get them that way.
That's the thing, a lot of them do stream and stuff too, so if it's their evidence against yours, that's why I'm always streaming, man. You gotta have a record of what happened so you can clip a bit and then be like, look, this is what happened, and you can clearly see I'm like trying to do whatever, and then they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I always run OBS in the background, and then usually I delete everything, but just for a record, because if that shit happens again, if that shit happens again, it's gonna look like I combat log.
That's why you make sure to record that whole.
Yeah.
Don't lose it, and then you'll have your backup footage in case shit goes south.
I don't think that'll happen again.
No, I mean, they know you're not combat logging. Kuyu and Poison were in the 13th Legion, and they know, like, we kick people for combat logging. We've done it. So, like, if we knew you were doing it, we would kick you instantly, right? So it's like, right then. That should prove it.
It's not the people that know me, it's the people that don't know me.
Yeah, it's just random nomads. Like, I guarantee you, Kuyu, and if Kuyu was in there, he would have been like, yeah, no, obviously not. Because he wouldn't still be in this.
Kuyu was actually saying, so this time when you fight me, you're still gonna run hacks?
Pretty sure we don't allow hacks to, but you know.
Yeah, he was talking a lot of shit.
Reasonably sure we don't.
He was one of the more vocal ones, to be honest.
That's the thing. The Kuyu's like nickname before was Hacker Man, so that should tell you something. At least in the videos, I always portrayed him as the Hacker Man, because like nobody knew who that guy was, and you know, a few of us do now, but like back then we had no idea, and he was all mysterious and knew all this shit about computers. So he's Hacker Man. Plus he's like always like talking about, you know, infiltrating people's subs, and it's like, oh, I hacked into the GCI and got all this shit, and it's like, what? How did you do that? Like, how many laws did you break while you were doing that?
Oh, that's probably why he said something about it.
Exactly. He just assumes everyone does what he does.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, honestly, he did some crazy stuff in a Cobra that is now highly suspicious, considering, like, all that. I saw him destroy FDLs in a Cobra, and I'm like, how is this even happening? Is he just that good in a Cobra, or is, like, now I'm wondering, was it all hacks? I'm gonna have to review some video footage.
Well, do you know what weapons he was running, though?
Oh yeah, I knew like his whole build and stuff. He did have a good build. Like, it was, I don't think he was hacking, but the way he would ram people and like they would suffer more. I'm pretty sure the Cobra is just like OP. I'm almost certain of it. It's like the blade shape just slices into your ship perfectly.
Although, it doesn't sound right.
I know. It definitely doesn't sound right. And yet it was happening, and I was like, Like he was the proclaimed Cobra ace in our group at that point. But then all these guys played like in PvP a lot longer than me, so I just assumed they were good. I was just a lonely noob once. I mean, I still am, but I used to be too. Now I need to twerp forever noob in VR. That's the new goal.
You know, I've never used torps. I've used mines, but not torps.
Yeah, it's the same kind of fun feeling when you get their shield generator down.
Yeah, I was wondering how effective torps actually were.
I'm thinking about making a montage.
It seems like that would just be too easy if it works the way it does. It says it does on paper, right?
It's too easy for me to get their shields down, but then I've used all my hard points to do it, so then how am I supposed to kill the guy?
I think that was always the...
Why bring a wing? It's a wing tool, that's why. Whereas with mines, you can actually kill someone with mines, right? Torps, probably not. But
yeah, I know that you need a lot. I know that you need a lot of torps, and you need a lot of them in the land to take out big shield generator, and you have to basically devote a lot of your ship to doing that. Where it's a wing tool, one hell of a wing tool, definitely, because you're guaranteed to take the shields down.
Oh yeah, I can do 2 FDLs or 1 cutter, corvette, or anaconda.
Yeah, I've seen your perspective. Isn't it all torps and one heel beam?
Well, it's a torps, heel beam, and then I've got a concordant pulse laser and a Grom bomb. That's the frame shift disruptor missiles.
Yeah.
That seems to stop people from fleeing so quickly, because if I can hit them with the Grom first, as the Torps are about to hit, they're like, oh, shields are down, and I can't go to warp, they start panicking and doing all kinds of crazy shit and just die, right? It's awesome.
Oh yeah. When
I usually choose
when people get hit with the
value.
reboot, yeah. When people get hit with the Grom bomb, you see a lot of people combat log.
Yeah. Also the Torps. You hit someone directly with the Torps, like 9 times out of 10 it's a combat log if they're not like a known persona.
I would imagine that would have the same scare tactic effect. Because what we used to do for fun was we do 2 couriers, and one guy would be cascade mines, and one guy would be me, would be the one using Grom bombs, and I would put on all 3 hard points. I'd do lightweight so the thing could still get up to 800 meters per second, and then I had to watch out though because I was faster than my own missiles, because the missiles go 750 and I could go 800 sometimes, so I'd have to slow down to shoot. But
are they only 750?
Yeah, they're only 750, and so I put.
They might be slower than that now. They seem slower.
Torps are slower. But,
Torps are definitely slower. They're like 250, but I think the missiles are like 650 for Seekers, like 600 for Packhounds. I think are those really 750 for the Groms?
750 for the Grom missiles. Because I knew because of how fast it was relative to my ship.
That's good. Yeah, so then you gotta like drop one and get out of the way, or drop one and slow down. Because they move at the same speed as your vessel for a second or 2, and then they drop back to their normal full speed.
Yeah, I've rebooted my own FSD before.
Oh yeah, I hit my own Torps multiple times. It's funny because someone saw my all-Torp build, copied it, and came out to fight me, and then immediately ran into his own Torps. It's great.
I would imagine they would be just like slow-seeking mines.
Yeah, that's more or less it, but they're more powerful than mines, so you need less of them. But that means they can be easily shot out or hit other people too, right? So there's all kinds of issues with them.
Oh yeah, that was why I never really looked into them, is because there are so many ways to counter them. But
yeah, there is a technique though. You can in a head-on joust, there's a way you can fire them perfectly and still get out, so you don't hit them and hit the other guy perfectly. It's amazing if you pull it off, or if you're in reverse ski. That's the best. If you can reverse ski someone and they fall for it, oh boy, especially when they're boosting towards you, and you get them at the right time, they literally cannot dodge it. It's almost impossible in any ship.
Yeah, it's also almost impossible to get somebody to fall for it, which is the problem.
Noobs fall for it all the time, but yeah, you're right. That's the thing. The Torps are super effective against noobs, like 100% effective. And then, like, the more skilled they are, the less effective they are.
Yeah.
And like the first time you Torp someone, you'll get them. The second time, they'll be ready for it, so they'll be expecting it, and it's not nearly as good.
Yeah, I've never been Torp.
Oh, I'll have to fix that. I got good from Rambo Torping me.
I've had people try to Torp me before, but...
I mean, that's the thing, Rambo showed me the move, and I was like, really? That's how you do it? And it's crazy. Like, someone did it to me as well, and I was like, Rambo, you gotta show me how it's done. And then he figured it out and did it. Now I use it. Because it was undodgeable. At least in a cutter it is. I mean, you might be able to dodge it in FDL against, like, a cutter. That would probably be okay. But, like, Corvette and Anaconda, they're fucked. There's no way.
Yeah, no, in the big ships you have to have something like screening shell.
Yeah, that's the thing. You only really need to kill one of my Torps in a cutter. to still keep your shields. So any kind of defense basically negates it.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, point defense, screening shell frags, and also I think you can target them with seekers.
Yeah, pack hounds and stuff.
that way.
I've done that.
I was wondering if pack hounds work on them. That's good to know.
Yeah, they do. Totally works. That being said, torps are pretty strong, so screening shell is probably the most effective out of what you described. I don't think that point defense would have time to shoot it down the way I shoot.
You kind of ram and fire them at the same time, kind of, right?
Sort of. Like, I get enough speed up so that I'm in position, and then I'm trying to get in within 1.2 kilometers, roughly, if we're both not moving. You know, I give it like probably 1.7, 1.8 if we're both moving, so that there's time. And then it's enough time so they won't have time to shoot them down or really dodge, but they do have time to arm and time for me to get out of the way so I don't hit them.
You will have to show me this maneuver sometime.
Yeah, it's complicated, but it works really well. It's all about distance. Once you know like the torp arming distance, you can kind of judge it. You want to be close, but not too close, but also not too far. And depending on, are they facing you, are they heading towards you, are they heading away? It's different timings. But then when you do it just right, it works perfectly. And if you do it wrong, they seek. So if they're not paying attention, you still might get the hit anyway.
Yeah, I've seen some torps come back around.
There's 4 minutes in that one video. And then it hit him in the head. That's why I like their fire and forget. So if you don't get them on the first pass, you can just like target someone new with the other batch, and then I've got 2 FDLs with torps seeking them the whole fight until one of them goes down suddenly, and then we all focus him quickly. Boom. And then even if we miss it, he gets hit, his shields go down, he runs away instantly, and we've got a numbers advantage then.
Definitely works.
That's why I like the wing combat. There's so much strategy involved.
Yeah, I'm liking it more and more. More and more we do it, I'm enjoying it more and more because I'm starting to understand the strategies.
Like 1v1, it's just a slugfest basically, you know, your build and how good your fighting is, but in wing combat it's all like, you know, placement and what you brought to the table, what's going on, you know, numbers, how many people you can drag in, if you can anchor people in and stuff.
Yeah, just don't anchor too many people in or somebody will be invincible.
Or, you know, someone will fire infinite pack hounds. We had that going on for a while.
Oh man.
Pretty sure mine wasn't deemed a hack because it was through like their interface. It was just their game was so broken that I was able to get things for free. It's not my fault the pop machine was just giving out free pops. I had to keep taking them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my fault that my hull refused to take damage. It's the game that did it. But I didn't combat log fast enough, so it's my fault. I actually didn't combat log fast enough. I just stayed that way. That's why I got reported for hack. Because they refused to combat log.
I'm just sitting there invincible.
Yeah, just everybody was fucking wailing on me. I didn't know what to do. So I just slowly flew away. And low wing.
Yeah,
But the low wing didn't complete. The low wing didn't complete though because it was all bugged out. So I couldn't it was very clear when everything locked up. What I did was I went to launch my ship launch fighter and I selected myself instead of the NPC by accident. And normally, you know, you get launched out of your ship then. Well, that never happened, and my fighter never launched either. And after that, I couldn't access the comms panel. I couldn't bring anything up. I couldn't interact, but I could still fight. But yeah, it was it was really fucked up. I think we had like 50 people in the instance left.
Alright, I've got all the materials. It's time for some engineering. Also, time to turn the fuel scoop back on. This frame shift weight turned off.
Cannot comply. Frame shift drive charging.
Ship is barely space-worthy.
Telemetry
Some of my
obtained.
travel ships are too.
Your ship
Really
is heading to the
space-worthy.
285 sector P.
We'll be soon. I've got to take this thing to a nebula or something.
This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
But yeah, when I charged my FSD at a low wake, it just said align with trajectory and kept it, just froze at that, and then I just exited the game instead of like killing the task or anything like that. But at that point, people would stop shooting.
Yeah.
Telemetry obtained. Your ship is en route to the island.
They were already giving me shit
You
over
have
the
entered
fucking
Alliance space. This is your second
over
visit to
the
this system.
in-game chat because I was like that for a couple minutes,
Just
but
over
I didn't know what to do.
55,000
You know, like
I'm
I don't ever
that
come that
gang
log
is the
in.
controlling power. There are two more
You know,
schedules in this
that doesn't. That's not something that happens. So I was kind of like, and my FC was saying, "Stay in the fight, stay in the fight." I was like, "Okay, I'll just listen to you." This is one of those unwinnable situations.
Yeah. It's really dangerous already. Unwinnable game.
Yeah.
Your ship refueled.
It's all about how many people you can eliminate from the game before that you're eventually taken out. You know what's funny? There was a game like that in, oh, what was it?
Frame shift drive charging.
You ever see the show Caprica?
No.
Oh, that was a good one. They had like this virtual reality visor that you could put on your face, and then everyone only had one life in this Grand Theft Auto gangster style virtual world. If you died in the game, you could never play again. Your character was permanently dead.
Jump in progress.
It's like, oh, you got me killed in the game. I spent like 4 years on that account. And it's like you can't get a new account because it's tied to your name, so you can never ever play again.
And it is an independent galaxy with a population of well over
It seems like you would run out of business really quick.
Yeah, I was
But I
thinking
get
that
that.
too. I'm like, how does that even work?
Yeah, I get it. It was a show, but yeah.
The exclusivity of it maybe would keep it interesting. And obviously people were doing stuff outside the game for it, so like there was a whole economy around it.
Frame shift drive charging.
I thought that was
Yeah.
stretched too, though. I'm like, yeah, if you can't buy an account for this, no one would ever like keep playing. You have to still be able to start level 1 or something.
Yeah, you'd have to at least like Eve or something like that, where your ship gets blown up. You don't have rebuy or something. That's the thing, because that just makes people spend more money because you can pay to win in that game. It's fucked up.
You are leaving
Well, did you see Ready Player One?
This is your
movie?
second
I
visit.
did. I actually met
There is no
somebody
human
that
presence here.
helps. I met the founder of CCG. We both live in Florida, so uh, we went and met up. So I met an Elite Dangerous player there. Yeah.
Yeah, I always looked at Eve. Like, Eve always interests me for what was going on, not necessarily the gameplay, but what was happening in the universe is just so interesting and dynamic and player controlled that it's awesome. I wish Elite had that. Like, that would make this the ultimate game.
Your ship refueled.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. It was like,
Well, you know what? There is an Eve Online shooter, space shooter. I played it. It's in VR. It's called Eve Valkyrie.
oh, that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not great, but, you know, like, that's just their first attempt. If they keep heading in that direction and make, like, you know, that into this, we might have something.
Very true.
And there's nothing wrong with Eve Valkyrie on a technical note. I never had instancing problems. The graphics are fine. You know, it
Yeah,
plays
no,
fine.
it works. Oh yeah, no, it works just fine.
That's what I'm saying. It works just fine. We slap an Elite Universe onto that with, you know, CCG's background sim experience. I think we might have something.
Totally.
Your ship refueled.
So, like, you know, Valkyrie MMO, I'm eagerly anticipating if that ever comes out.
Well, the
Just in case Star
PvP
Citizen sucks, right? I get the feeling like Star Citizen might turn pay to win real quick. It kind of already
Your ship
is,
is
so
in transit
that's
to
not a
the
good start.
D-052603 system. You are entering
But yeah, we had a PvP group, and we all quit at the same time, just to take a break from the game for a while. And we all went and started playing Eve, and it was great. But not being able to control your ship and it being just, it's not a replacement. No matter how hard you try, it's not a replacement for Elite.
No, I understand. The gameplay of it is just nothing. Like this, especially in VR, this is so immersive and like, I love it.
Your ship refueled.
Yeah, doesn't even come close, especially if you're playing in VR like we do.
And that's the thing, they could add some more elements to this game that give players like just a little bit more control, and it looks like they're starting to with the player groups and stuff. And this could be like a World of Warcraft style thing, and it would be amazing. It wouldn't even have to be Eve scale, and it could still be really good.
Telemetry obtained. Your ship is on.
I like that they're
285
saying that they'll start adding player factions back into the
zero
game.
system. This is your second
Yeah, but then like 100 player limit and all this other shit. They're addressing that though, so you know what I mean, the same thing happened with materials. They eventually did increase it. So, maybe.
Oh, I didn't know that they were setting guidelines like that.
Yeah, that was in the yesterday's Obsidian app, but there was a new one today that I haven't watched where it looks like more information came out. So about a day out of date right now.
Your ship
Yeah, because CCG, we were there when they made the game. So when they were first starting to put player factions in, we got put in.
Wait, CCG was the group in Elite, or are you talking about CCG as like the
No, Elite,
Your
Candy
ship
Crew
is
Guild
headed
is
to the Decius system. You have visited this system 79 times.
Yeah, no, that's
Decius is a faction
the in-game
of
faction.
well over 31.5 million people. Controlled
We
by
were-
a
we were one of the first.
independent Deciat Green Party is the immediate power. There are 3
And this
orbital
is-
stations and 3 planetary stations.
We've been
in
around
this
since
system.
they started the game.
Information.
Yeah, I don't think. I think
There
13th
might be
was a
some
power play
good
thing,
trading
so that would have been
to be
where
made
13th
here. started.
started. I joined after that, but I was
Your ship
involved in
refueled.
power play from the start. That's when I started joining groups.
A lot of people adopt a faction that already exists in the game, but we actually had our own. We have our own.
So lucky. 13th doesn't get one. At least not yet. Although soon. Unless mistaken.
No, they'll do it eventually, especially since they say that they're going to start adding them again.
I just want to see 13th Legion ships flying around in a system, like, you know, the police force saying 13th Legion under them and stuff. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool. We have police ships that say Candy Reveal. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen those. Also, there was fuel rat NPCs at a previous CG, and I was like, oh, so jealous.
Yeah.
To be fair, I haven't seen like Nomad NPCs or SDC or anything like that, so that's, at least it's consistent. But, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing that, especially in pirate areas. That would be, you know, immersive. Oh, everything went gray for a second. There we go.
Yeah, that's when the sensors can't see you.
Yeah, I'm kind of not really facing either of them, so it's kind of a bad spot. My computer's on the edge of the virtual wall, right? I just gotta lean back a bit and it's all good. Tried leaning forward and I smashed my face into the keyboard. Yeah, that looks like open space in the game, but in real life there's my desk and a keyboard, you know, joystick and all that shit there.
I've knocked my keyboard off of my little stand that I put my HOTAS on so many times.
Oh, yeah.
It's missing keys. They just pop right off. It fucking works.
Hey, you don't need keys.
Yeah, I don't need to know what it says.
In fact, the missing keys help you find the keyboard easier, because then you know which keys are missing, and you're like, I know where my finger is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like my wireless keyboard, it's missing the U key. So I always know where the U key is. It's like a plastic nubbin.
Yeah, my escape key. I mean, that's one of the easier ones to find, but it's just a notch now, so it's really easy.
I remember back in Windows 95 days, I used to take the Windows keys and just pry them right off the keyboard. So I used to accidentally hit them in games. Now they have the game function on these Logitech keyboards. You don't have to do that.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, that's why the Windows key wasn't working on the Logitech keyboard. Good to know.
Yeah, you just flip that little joystick button to the other side, and then your Windows key will work.
Yeah, I had a wireless one. I thought there was something wrong with it.
That's the thing. You almost don't need to use that anymore because most games are windowed borderless, or it won't like kill your game to hit the Windows key like it used to. Back in Windows 95, you hit that Windows key, it would tab you out. You could not tab back in.
Yeah. Everything would run fucked up. You'd have to restart.
I think Counter-Strike's still like that, actually. Maybe not. It's on that new engine now.
Yeah, now you can just alt tab out of games, go back in. It used to be you couldn't do that shit
Your
before.
ship has left super cruise in
And
the
even
vicinity
prior to
of
that, it was all
ISS
DOS,
6
so
seven.
you weren't tabbing out of anything. It's just
No.
one program at a time.
I mean, like early Windows.
Oh yeah, me too. I'd use 3.1. I used like on a 8088. We had some ancient version of Windows. It was probably like 1.2 or something.
I started out on DOS.
Me too.
I was using PCs before Windows came out.
I used to run a bulletin board system. Good times. That's where people phoned in and they like exchanged email and stuff before the internet even existed. Using 14.4 8K baud modems.
Yeah.
That's what mine ran on anyway, I'm sure. Like, people logged in with 2400 modems, and I even saw a 300 baud modem once.
Please observe docking protocols.
The first time at Farseer in VR, it is super dark here.
From the station.
Attention, this is a
It actually is a lot darker than it used to be. Before, everything was actually lit up, but they did something with the shading. When I got back into the game, after my break, they did something recently where it's dark as fuck now
Yeah.
in certain areas.
They've done that. You actually have to use lights now and dark side planets and stuff. They've finally actually fixed it.
Yeah.
People complained about that for like years. Wait, that was doing my voice? Interesting. Trying to find my landing gear button. Or my lights button. I'll just use voice attack. Lights. Okay, there we go. They just don't reach very far.
Yeah, they're almost useless.
Docking complete.
There we go. Landing in VR is super easy. Although I guess this is an ass, but that's one.
down complete. Engaging ship.
Oh, trust me, it's easier.
Arrival has been noted.
Your ship fully refueled.
Ship movement in general is easier, in my opinion.
Glad to hear it. Wait, legacy mods? Legacy mod? That level 5 legacy? I'm gonna have to like buy a new drive and just engineer it from scratch, I think. That's an overcharged power plant? Oh, level 1, no wonder.
Capacity exceeded. Shields online.
Yeah, when I came back in and saw their system, I was like, what did they do? And I'm okay with it, but at first I was like, what the fuck?
Capacity exceeded. Shields online.
Felicity Farseer has given you access to Grade 3 blueprints.
Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online. Power plant capacity exceeded.
My shields went off and on like 20 times there.
Yeah, whenever you do anything in your power plant, shields offline, shields online, offline, online.
Exactly what happened. It's funny.
Drag if you don't care about heat.
Yeah, I did try. New message. Oh, it's only level 1. Psh. Oh.
Felicity Farcia has given you access to Grade 4 blueprints. Felicity Farcia has given you access to Grade 5 blueprints.
As I go.
I don't even think that would make a difference if we were to complete that with
What's that?
on the FSD.
Oh yeah, it should be plenty. Let's see what we got now. Ooh, 51. That's pretty good.
I don't even think you get half a light year out of it if you rolled on that more times.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how my distributor is. It's like all the wheels are complete, but I can still roll on it more times to get absolutely no change. I will after I finish engineering other stuff, but I don't see a point to it.
No, there's not much. It's pretty limited. Like that. I'm not gonna go any further. There's no point.
No, I really don't even think you'd see change.
I think I'm done. At least with Felicity here. Let's see how we're doing now. Yeah, same. Alright. And power is way better. Considering I won't need half of this shit going out there, but... I wonder if I should just, like, outfit it for exploring right now. That'd be hard. Alright.
You have stored the following modules. 6C.
Yeah, I always had VR when I played Elite. I don't know what... I've never played the game and not had VR with it, so... That's kind of how I got into it. Just because I got VR. And it was the only real game.
Pretty much it.
You have retrieved
I actually played it before. I intended to get VR, but I played this since the beta. I was gonna Kickstarter it, but I got in too late, so I couldn't get an alpha, and then I just waited for the open beta and got in then. I bought the lifetime pass and everything. Because I had played other Elite inspired games in the past, like Freelancer, Evercron, Mercenaries, a bunch of other ones. The type of gameplay I like, so I was like, okay, yeah, do your own thing in space and multiplayer. What could possibly go wrong? How could they fuck that up? But then they said VR, so I was like, okay, yeah.
Your ship
Try
repaired.
that out for sure. Gonna get that later anyway.
Your ship repaired.
I have to go elsewhere to get my parts. Ugh.
What do you need? I'm on EDB. You're in Daciat, I know. So, what
Oh, yeah.
modules are you looking for?
That's what I'm doing too. Let's see. What am I looking for? Probably. I know I want like a 6A fuel scoop. And let's see what else. I think just 2 SRVs is fine, right? So that's. Is that a 4? Or is that a. That's a 2, isn't it?
It's a.
That's a 4.
It's a 4 and a 6, I think.
6 has 3, I think. Oh, yeah. Or, no, wait. I gotta look that up.
There might be. Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway,
I do have one here, so let's take a look and see how many it holds. I think it only held 2 and a 4. That's probably how many I need to take.
oh,
Yeah, 2 slots.
they sell a 6A scoop in Daciat right
You
here.
have retrieved the G planetary vehicle hangar
Oh,
from
what's this?
storage.
Or what place?
I am not going to try to pronounce this here.
Well, what letter does it start with? I can probably read it off the list.
Oh, it's Matt something Doc.
Oh, Matushi Dock, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Oxygen depleted. Oh boy. I can make it. All the issues were fixed. God damn it.
Disengaged from local networks.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Like I just did everything. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, right.
Did it reset your power priorities when you did the engineering?
Yeah, maybe. I think so. That probably have something to do with it, yeah.
Disengaging automated flight control routine. Safe travel, Commander.
Okay, maybe I better not do this in space. Super cruise could be dangerous. Also, I put the planetary vehicle hangar back on. Jeez, that used a lot of power.
Yeah, it does.
And that fuel scoop's gonna use it more. Still not gonna have enough power. Okay. Oh, I don't need these point defenses. Or this chaff launcher. But less power than you think. Okay, that's good. I don't need a cargo hatch in space, really.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Enter Super Cruise.
If I can run 2 windows.
But the solo, small engagement PvP is definitely much less fun now that I've had a taste of big wing fighting PvP.
Wait, was that about PvP?
I said it's, you know, like 2 ships, you know, versus 2 ships or whatever is, or 1v1s are a lot less entertaining to me now that I've had a taste of like you know 8v8s and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's where it's at.
Yeah,
8v1s.
exactly. Yeah.
I'll get your heart beating.
Yeah, push 16 people into an instance. Yeah.
That's the thing, the game could barely handle that, at least with everyone's networking being shit. It's too bad. But
Yeah,
then,
I wouldn't try to go over 16, honestly.
Well, that's the thing, that's only an 8v8, right? Like, we've definitely had tons of players in. I know we've had 12 trying to get in at once, and then against probably like 14 or 15 nomads. And that was just insanity.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and when I did the 50 plus person battle in Harrowgate, that was complete nonsense.
Yeah, I've been hearing it looks like they're gonna run another one of those soon. I'll have to go to the next one for sure. It's gonna be a con show. It's when you just drop in mines, even if they can't see you, they'll just be like exploding on them anyway.
Oh, there was somebody who did that.
Yeah, if you can square a kill through bad instancing, that's like definitely bonus points.
It was funny because it was very organized, and then somebody in a Cobra just dropped cascade mines everywhere.
Oh man, yeah, that would do it.
So it was just like, well, this is a shit show now. So people on both sides started just losing their shield generators because some wacko dropped a bunch of fucking cascade mines all over the battlefield.
That's pretty much what used to happen when I was always in the mine ship. I would drop mines everywhere, and like 2 of our guys would lose shields and a bunch of the enemy, and it's just like not really worth it.
Yeah.
The torpedoes, I've only successfully torped down our guys and like 2 or 3 times now.
I got hit by a friendly torp. I don't think it was from you though. But
that's
I
the thing,
thought I didn't think it could happen. But then it happened.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
I thought poison was
But I guess if you
leaving
can
our ships
figure
into them.
if you can hit your own grom bombs though, I you know, It's not strange.
Not only that,
You're
but
attacking-
say they lose lock on the target, like if they get out of range, the torps will reacquire the next nearest target, so they can totally reacquire on a friendly.
Yeah, I heard that.
Same with if you ECM the torps, you can reflect them on their fire. That's the best.
ECM will
Return to normal space.
not just
close to
deactivate them, they'll
Hitachi
actually make them just go back at them.
I think they get like a minute of deactivation where they'll just like fly straight, and then they'll reacquire the nearest target.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, yeah, all kinds of opportunity with that one. This Matushi dock looks really cool. It's got all these billboards and stuff. I never go to these anymore because Cutter, right?
Yeah, just I even when I'm in my medium-sized ship, I don't look for outposts just because I'm used to always looking for large pads.
Yeah, me too. But these look really cool. Like they should have more activity here for large ships. You know, have a shuttle or something. I would totally use that. Or you know, just I'm docked to the station through like some sort of hatch.
Docking complete.
Engines disengaged.
Your ship fully refueled. Your ship repaired. Your ship repaired.
Definite problem.
And if you want to overcharge it even more, you have to unlock that engineer, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's unlocked. It's just I need components I don't have. I'm gonna just get the 3A and then overcharge it a bit, and then that's good. It'll be a little heavier, but it's not that much of a difference.
You have purchased a 3A power plant for 480,411 credits and stored it to A power plant. You have stored the following modules: 0D, frame shift wake scanner, 0I, point defense.
Yeah, last updated 2 days ago, so unless they stopped selling fuel scoops 2 days ago, it should be here.
3A, fuel scoop.
Good. Yeah, there it is. Kind of expensive.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
You have purchased a 6A fuel scoop for 28,763,610 credits.
It's worth it though. You won't even have to stop when you pass stars. You'll just be able to just blow right past them and your tank will be full.
You have purchased a 3A auto field maintenance unit for 2,624,400 credits. You have purchased a 3A auto field maintenance unit for 2,624,400 credits.
Shields online.
All right.
Exploration data for 8 systems sold for on the way to 34,500 credits. Disengaged from
Any
local
other parts you're looking for?
No, I'm good to go now. Actually, I'm just gonna go engineer this power plant a bit more, and I don't know if they do shields down there. I don't think she does. But if she does, I'll do shields.
jump to Super Cruise.
Shield boosters. Unfortunately, not shields. And they're only grade 1 anyway. Obviously, I'm looking stuff up.
Just loading the vape while I travel.
Your ship has left supercruise near planet Desiat 6A.
Oh,
I don't think I ever looked out the back and glide before. It's dope. And this is how I die. Couldn't find the button to get back. I'm like, Shields are totally paper. 70 joules. Or megajoules. 70 joules. A pencil hits it, and ship takes damage. Pencil unscathed.
yeah, somebody looks at it the wrong way. It takes the shields go down.
Flight control routine. Please observe docking.
Shields go down and the pencil gained mass. What? She took a piece of our ship with him.
Yeah, my fast is 210 fairly resistant megajoules, and if I get hit with full volley PAs by an FDL, my shields go down, and then some of my hull goes down with it.
Yeah. That's the thing with the engineers now. There's some weapon combinations that are truly devastating.
What I thought was pretty cool though was that now with fast charge, the byweaves on that fast can come back up so quick that most of the time that the guy shot me with his missiles, my shields were already back up.
Engaging ship restraints.
Your ship fully refueled.
Yeah, I did the same thing on the Chieftain. It's wonderful. The little bit of shields that just protect you from so much packing on fire.
Yeah. Just to cover your modules. I have the size 5 module reinforcement package on it, but that doesn't mean shit. Not against pack counts. All your hard points will still get blown off.
No doubt. Oh, she only does level 1 power plants. No wonder I was hurting so bad. As well. Alright, if she's finished, let's see. Ooh, that's actually really good. Okay. Can run one of the auto field maintenance units with everything on. I could pull the shields and something else to get the other one on too. Like the vehicle hangar or whatever. There. The ship is done, which means it's time to log out. Time to log back in. Other account.
I would have liked to have taken that guy out in the gunship, but I feel like getting him down to 37% was still respectable.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to shut him up though. Can't win them all though.
No, definitely. I'm gonna go grab a drink while Elite loads back up, and hopefully I'll be in with my regular account in a sec. Alright, I'm back. Ooh, this is my main account. Alright, I better go into solo first.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Commander. You are near HR 4720 in the HR 4720 system.
Oh, this is the cutter. Alright. Yeah, it's working.
Turn all the way around and look behind you.
I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna go for a little walk. It's push to talk, so you won't hear me for a sec.
Yeah.
I gotta find my
by all
controller
means.
without burning my hand on the hot food that's also near the controller. That should be. Okay, we're in business. Although exterior camera view is kind of shit. Can you see when I'm looking at the exterior camera view? Probably not. Right. First, I lower my chair so I don't bump into it. Room border. Why that's not. Room borders. Alright, I'm back. Just took a little walk. That was interesting. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. You can look right up. She's a beaut.
13th, Ortiz Prize is in transit to the SPAAACE system. You are entering Empire space. You have visited this system 8 times. SPAAACE is an Empire patronage with a population of well over 3
In
million.
VR, the cutter is just a pleasure to be in.
Controlled by the
Yeah, it's pretty dope. The window's plenty good in there. You can lean right up and see right out. I was leaning as far as I could forward to see if until my VR headset would hit my monitor, and I got plenty of room so I can look all the way out. Like, look at this. You can go look up there and see the star almost.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, man.
I can only play for 15 minutes, but I'm gonna.
I've been engineering an ASP on my alt account all night. It's now ready for long range travel. And I'm playing on my primary account for the first time right now. My first spin in Orgy's Prize.
I'm rebuilding my FDL back up to its former glory.
I was thinking that on my alt account, when I'm done exploring with it, I might build an FDL on it so that I can like look up towards another cutter with torps, and then when my first cutter with torps is out of the fight, I can just log out and log in on my alt account and bring another cutter in immediately. You think they'd whine and complain about that one?
No.
Or if I was steering 2 cutters in the fight at the same time, just launching continuous torpedoes. That'd be funny. Also,
Either one of you guys near founders?
I'm at TACAC. I don't really know how far that is though.
I'm not.
Nope. You guys are nowhere near it. Where the fuck are you guys? Holy cow.
I'm near HR, where we were like previous thing. I
Oh,
haven't moved to the new stuff yet. I just got on my main account.
I'm near the CG. In a prison ship.
oh, fuck, it's way down there. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going down there. It's a waste of fuel.
Nobody's even there. Nobody's
Oh,
there.
I imagine there isn't. It's three. I'm at up by Blaster, Todd the Blaster, and that's 350 light years. I'm in an FDL. Fuck that.
And there's only one small pad there too. You have to go, yeah, and it's a bounty hunting thing, right? And there's no ring planets there either. It's like a hell CG. And the closest large pad is like 39 light years.
39 is at 4 o'clock near. As you enter with the green lights on
Oh,
your
this
right.
window.
Oh, and by the way, my Anaconda's gonna be making a comeback again.
Rambo, what ship are you in
Quad.
right now? You're
Quad
FDL?
APA. Yeah, I'm FDL.
I'm gonna land. You wanna invite me in? I gotta see what an FDL looks like in VR here.
Yeah, you wanna see it in combat?
Sure. That'd be cool. I'll be walking
See
around
if
the
we
bridge.
can find a
while you're
res
fighting.
quick. I wouldn't mind shooting something.
Docking complete.
I bet you can't put a fighter on an FDL. Could you imagine?
Landing complete. Execute system shutdown. The Imperial flight operations.
Comet 13th.
You're in
Ortiz
solo.
Prize refuel.
Yes, I am. Stand by. Forgot about that. I was fixing my video stuff. I should probably go into open now.
Welcome back, Your Majesty.
Extra might be kind of a good ship, and
You adopted the
when I have my
orbital
pack-ons
station
on, 'cause you
Philip
can target it all
Jenko
around me.
visual attack system.
I never thought about that.
Also, you can't be target lock broken as the crew member. Okay, you can invite me.
Oh. Oh, damn it.
Commander, shoot ass and kick bubblegum. Who the hell's that?
What?
Guy's name
Joined
is
Rambo, the
Commander,
13
shoot ass and
crew.
kick bubblegum.
You have been unassigned from active duty.
Something Duke Nukem said.
To super
Well, almost. He got it backwards.
It's a little turnaround.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, man. Look at this shit. Okay. I don't think I can even get close to Rambo because there's like a wall there in real life, but I can like pretty much walk outside the window here, which is going to be amazing. I'm going to go stand on your wing. I'll be right back.
Two, one, engage.
Jump to super cruise.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, I'm back, and that was actually really awesome. I'm recording, so I'll give you some footage of that too, Rambo. I just got out on your wing while you were in Super Cruise and like rode on the wing while you flew past that star and shit.
Cool.
Yeah, he's standing on.
I love VR. I just wanted to get around and walk around your bridge, but that was 100 times better.
Disengaged.
There's more room in that than you'd think, isn't there?
Yeah, it's quite deep down there. I never realized that window is amazing too. That's the best window in any ship, that roof window. You never get to see it normally.
Oh, how there's all windows everywhere.
Well, the entire roof is basically just one big window. It's crazy.
Yep.
You'll notice that when you look at all the ships in VR, they
Frameshift
put a
drive
lot of
charging.
detail into everywhere.
Yeah. Crazy is stuff you don't notice. And I was looking at it with
Yeah.
even track IR, like I was looking around, but you can't see that far with track IR. It's got a limit.
There's only certain stuff you can see.
Now I kind of want to see the Chieftain again, because I remember I was crewing in Rambos and I was like, I just wish I could get up and walk around. Now I totally can do that, so that would be cool to do.
Have you done a vet yet?
No, just Asp, Explorer, the Cutter, and now your FTL.
Porky's prize
It's
has
literally
jumped
the three
to
ships.
cruise.
And a fighter, obviously, and
I'll grab my vet.
that'll be cool. Thing is, my space isn't that big to walk around, but I do have like some space behind me. Actually, you know what? I do have space behind me. I'm gonna try and walk back there in the back of your FTL and see how far I can get. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Earth. Oh, we're at Shinrarta. Nice. Yeah, I'll send you this footage later, Rambo. The me on the wing and walking around your ship is pretty cool. We'll definitely do a little tour of that as well.
Ooh, weapons fire detected. Threat level 4. Perfect.
The Corvette is actually.
I don't have a pack on zone right now though. Big ground bomb.
The Corvette is actually really narrow on the inside in VR.
Yeah, also like the FDL, it seems narrower than I felt it was. Although it flares out at the back. It's cool. Like the
There's also
cockpit's
this-
triangular.
Yeah, there's also this weird diagram in the back of a Corvette that I can't figure out what it is. Maybe you'll have a better insight into what it is. But it's this weird picture in the back of it. You'll see
The thing
it.
is, my bed's in the back of my room, so I can probably like jump on that and get even further into the ship if necessary. But it stops tracking after a while, so there's only so far I can go. And the wire itself. Can you walk around in camera mode? Can you just get up and walk around inside a camera environment? Does that work?
I don't know.
I haven't tried it.
Okay, hang on a sec. I gotta try this.
I'm gonna drop at this. Let the death and destruction begin.
You are near Shinrarta Desra in the Shinrarta Desra system.
Go fuck yourself, man.
Do you need more weapon power or more engine power?
Just leave it there.
Yeah, this is pretty cool to watch from third person or not third person, but multi-crew seat in VR. Yeah. I'll have to get you to take my... Or just get my second account and then fly around myself. Okay, I'm getting back on the wing. I'm gonna watch this from the outside. Here we go. Wing time.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Target destroyed. Flight assist
If there's anything that got dropped that was decent. These alloys. Nope.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna go to the station and land.
Enter Super Cruise.
Prepare yourself. Oop, 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 oop. Circle of shame.
There, I'm back in the seat. I went out on the wing again while you were blowing up that ship. That's gonna be some good footage. You know that your I can see your body kit from out there, and I can see all your weapons shooting. It's pretty sweet.
Cool.
I didn't think that was all like rendered, since you don't get to see it in the cockpit, but it all totally is. Although the roof of your ship appears to not be.
That's weird.
Yeah, because you'll never see that part, I guess, unless like you're peeking through like I was.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You are near Jameson Memorial,
think
Gibraltar
I've ever
Desert
seen that.
System.
Weird, my chat thing doesn't seem to be updating anymore.
Proceed to Bay 30.
My stream's still live though, right?
Yeah, it's still going.
Good enough. Oh yeah.
200 meters from touchdown.
Docking complete.
Kind of glitched at the end there, but right up until the end, that was feeling super Star Wars. It's like I'm in the Millennium Falcon or something.
What? Oh, coming landing?
Yeah, and just like being in the station, being in a ship with this window like this, and two people in the cockpit. It feels like I'm actually here, you know? It's crazy.
13th has left your crew.
I had to kick you out so
You
I can
have
switch
left
ships.
this crew.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fucking badass, man.
Yeah, I made money. To be on my alt.
Welcome back, Commander. You are docked at the orbital
That's amazing.
station Philip
Oh,
Chenko Vision
I need to get a
Attack
small ship
System.
now so I can ride on the edge. Like a courier. I can sit out on the wing or something. Oh man. That's my new smoke spot. On the wing of a courier. All in Super Cruise. They're gonna change it eventually so you won't be able to walk outside the ship once, like, you know, Space Legs actually comes out. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy it. I can't do that in my cutter though. I literally don't have the room to walk outside of the cockpit. It's too massive.
So I was looking, the DPS on the APA versus a Class 4 plasma accelerator, the APA is higher. And total thermal load and distributed draw is less.
I know.
I'm not too crazy about size 4 plasma accelerators.
No, I mean, in theory, this should be better. You still land shots, but
Detachment sequence complete. You are reminded
If only there was a Class 4 APA, the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, right? I've tried a APA on my FDL. It works, but it feels funny putting a size 3 mount on it.
I'm doing it on my Corvette right now.
Wow, flying the cutter is something else. Best thing ever. So glad I have this ship.
speed restrictions lifted.
The Aspen VR is very good as well. Like, there's certain ships, they really stand out in VR. And any of these Imperial ships, I bet, because of the reflections, are amazing in VR. The FTL is very nice too, actually, especially getting out on the wing. I really like that aspect of it. It may be my new favorite ship if I can do that in mine. The pilot seat.
You know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna put this on. Yeah. This is gonna be awesome.
So Rambo, where's the new location for this week, or what's going on? Is there somewhere to go? Thought there was something, right?
It's kind of a debate between, I put it in the orders, between, kind of looks like LTT 8260 is going to be busier than HR 4720. At least that's what I've been hearing. I don't know
Okay.
for sure though.
Yeah. Is there somewhere central between both of them that I could just like bring all my ships to?
I don't know. You'd have to look.
I'll just fly there. It's all good. I'm actually at one of the HRs right now.
I stopped there first before I checked out the CG, but I didn't see anybody.
Yeah. I gotta get that system name from. Also fix my chat channel. Oh.
Interesting.
Not there anymore. Alright.
Fuck, I gotta go to work. Right after I equip the ship.
Did you put APAs on the size 4s on the Corvette?
Yeah. I'm gonna put one on TLB and one. I don't know what I'm gonna make the other one yet.
So you can do that on the cutter. You can put dual APAs on the 3 slot and then still have a huge healing beam.
It's true.
I was considering that as like a devastating weapon because I fought one and it was, but that was several patches ago.
I'm gonna put long range on both of them, and I'm gonna put
Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgy's prize is
I did that to my Corvette before I had access to the cutter, and then when I got in the cutter, I was like, wow, this is perfect for what I was wanting to do with my Corvette.
There is no
yeah. Well, and the rest are gonna be turrets, except for my class 1s, which are gonna be railgun SCV busters.
That's what I was thinking too. You might as well have turrets when you've got such powerful fixed as your front facing, right?
Yep. Yeah, especially for wing fights. But then I still have the APAs for. Oh no, maybe I'll run them dual phasing.
Dual phasing APA.
It'll work.
I'm gonna do
With
that.
one
Fuck
phasing
that.
turret? Yeah, I would probably do that.
Yeah, I got a burst laser I'm gonna put on that's gonna be phasing.
There you go. What are the APAs going to be phasing
Oh, or
to?
should I do malfunction?
I love scramble, but that's only good once the shields are down. It's less effective these days. Unless we're running against hull tanks, and almost no one is.
13th. All these prizes traveling to the Crucis Sector T-I-9-2 system. Information. Arrival start.
Like, you know, bring it with you to the CG and just leave it at the station in case you need it, right?
This is your first visit to this system.
Yeah.
This system is unpopulated. You are now 62 light years from Belisunk.
Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, I can confirm phasing APAs do a fuck ton of damage.
That's what we're shooting for.
Telemetry obtained. 13th. Orgy's prize is en route to the Crucis Sector QT-I-9-1 system. Information. Arrival star is not seen. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here.
5 more jumps. I'll summon the fleet there for now. See it turns out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Only at 4.3 billion in the bank. Starting to run low. Actually, my alt needs money. Transfer money to that account.
Destination confirmed. 13.
I was happy to see that my balance actually went up.
285 sector
Over time, not really
G40-2 system.
working
Information
on
credit
credits.
is not screwed.
Which is
Yeah, it does.
This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here.
I've been holding off on ship transfers lately, though. I think that's been saving me a lot of money.
It
I used to
does,
transfer my Corvette a lot of places, and that was like 30 million every time it was like rebuying the thing.
Jumping progress.
That's why I like the cutter. I would either have to transfer the Corvette or just fly the cutter. Might as well just fly the cutter.
Yeah, that's totally what I do.
Is an empire patronage with a
And
population
then I just call in like some mediums and a few smalls, multiple careers.
There is just one orbital station in this system.
Damn, my bridge is huge. Just looking over at the other side of the cockpit. A whole other seat.
Comet 13th,
Another
Orgy's prize refueled.
Oh yeah, in VR, you feel like you should have a crew with you in that ship. Like it's weird, like you're out. Yeah.
Crew's all back in the lower orgy cabin. I'm not sure if Imperial slaves count as crew.
Jumping progress. 13th.
Indentured crew
prizes traveling
members.
to the Kinchuka system. You are entering Empire space. Welcome back, Your Majesty. This is your first visit to this system.
Like a ship like this, you probably need at least 100 crew to manage it. It's kind of
On the way
funny.
to 10.5 million people. Aligned to Zarina
Yeah, but you're just in there by yourself with all these empty seats.
Well, I'm flying it by myself. There's probably people on low decks and stuff to good shit.
Current location is 60 light years from home. Comet 13.
It'd be really cool if you had to actually hire a crew and like manage all that. I'd love that.
Information. Kinchuka's is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Warning. Heat
No, in the
levels
previous
beyond
Elite games, you had to do
operating
that.
tolerance.
The Anaconda took like 150 crew or something to manage.
Comet 13th. Orgy's prize refueling. Comet 13th. Orgy's prize refueled. Comet 13th. Orgy's prize refueled. Comet 13th. Orgy's prize
You'll have to
refueled.
check out the interior, the T9, just for shit, because
Orgy's prize
it's
refueled.
really weird how it's laid out.
Oh yeah, no, I've looked at it in
Prize refueled.
this regular, so I can imagine it's probably pretty awesome in VR.
Comet 13th.
Yeah, it is.
Orgy's
You
prize
can see there are like
refueled.
several floors to it and shit.
Well, I don't have a Type 9 anywhere around, but I do have a Type 10. I could just buy one outright if they have it at the station. Sell it when I'm done looking.
Yeah, basically, just yeah.
Jumping progress. 13th. Orgy's prizes.
I could call
traveling
my
to
Type 10. I
Smithfield's
might,
56
actually.
System. This is your first visit to this system.
I haven't seen that.
56 is an empire
I haven't seen that
feudal
at all,
supporting
actually.
well
I
over
haven't seen it in
6.5
VR.
million populace. Smithfield's 56
It's the same
special
cockpit as the
solutions
Type
is
9.
needed.
It's just
There are 3
more
orbital
engines and
stations
more hard
2
points and
planetary
stuff.
stations in this system. You are now 74 light years from
Now
Venezuela.
we're talking.
Information.
You wanna jump in quick?
Yes.
There might be some good trading
Stand by.
profits to be made here.
I just made it to LTT 8260.
Comet 13.
80?
Prize
60.
refueled. Warning.
Little hard to see
Heat levels
numbers.
beyond operating tolerance. Comet 13. Orgy's prize refueled.
Oh, I got unrecoverable connection error. Were you trying to invite me?
Destination confirmed.
Yeah.
13th.
I was jumping.
Prize is en route to the LTT-8260
Okay, go back into
system.
open.
This is your first visit to
You'll
this
be fine.
system.
You might be cooking next to a star. We'll see.
Except for words. Looks like I was in the multi-crew for about a half second.
101726 patrons principles is the controlling
Oh yeah, there's a star. Okay, Rambo, try again, that won't work this time.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. You are near Smith's 56 seconds, Smith's 56 system.
Oh yeah, I hate that. It should auto-disband when the crew leaves.
It doesn't.
I know it doesn't. But they should program it so it does.
You have joined Rambo,
Sucks.
the 13TH's crew.
That worked. Here we go.
You have been unassigned for
For that
magic
hologram.
duty. You are near James Memorial, Shinrata Desert System.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
Oh, hey, you'll get to see that picture that I was talking about that's in the back of the ship.
Assist off.
Alright, going for a little walk. Be right back.
Warning. Temperature critical. Flight assist on.
Looks like I'm gonna get a friendly duel. You can run my turrets if you want, or you can jump in a fighter.
I should probably do a fighter. What weapons do you have?
One's got fixed multis, one's got fixed plasmas.
Oh yeah.
Imperial fighters.
Okay, yeah, I'll do a fighter.
Any idea what that diagram is?
It appeared to be a diagram of the ship with, like, you know, if where it's damaged and shit.
Fighter deploying from mothership.
4G launching fighter.
You are now this crew's fighter pilot.
Sweet. Who are you fighting there?
I don't know, some guy in a Conda.
Did you lose him? I don't see him. I'm following your other fighter. Stick him on the target if you can. Oh, Pelkitron. How far is he, Rambo?
6 kilometers.
Copy. Oh, I see him. Here comes the Taipan. Fighter down.
33%. Danger. Structural integrity is at 35%.
Shut down. I repeat,
Structural
calm
integrity
down.
at 55%. unassigned from active duty. Danger. Integrity at 14%. Link initiated.
As instructed, Commander.
You are now this crew's fighter pilot.
Better two destroyed.
Now at 16%. You have been unassigned from active duty. Fighter
Launching
deployed.
fighter.
You are now this crew's fighter pilot. Heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Let me know if you see a bank.
Copy. Banking now. Banking again. Nice hit.
Oops. Oops. This is gonna get hot. Wrong button.
You can probably launch another fighter now too.
God damn it. He must have heat weapons, because I'm getting hot.
Yeah, I think so. He heated me up the only times he hit me as well. He's banking.
Oh, he's double.
Launch your other fighter if you get a chance to Rambo. Actually, maybe I can do it.
Neural link disengaged.
I'm taking telepresence
You
control.
have been
There we go.
unassigned from active duty. Fighter deploying.
Launching fighter 2.
Oh, I'm
You are
done.
now this crew's fighter pilot.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah, I lost
Okay.
shields.
Yeah, it's
I gotta work. I was supposed to start 5 minutes ago.
Oh, better run then. Thanks for the fun. That was cool. Wonder how far out of this fighter I can get. Yeah. Try this shit.
Can't see any more hostile craft on my scanners, Commander.
Unable to dock. Fighter still deployed.
Warning, you are not permitted within this area. This is a restricted zone.
Is the doc shooting at you? Don't worry, I'm taking care of these fighters quickly for you. Pushing course to the station with shields down ought to do the trick.
You have been unassigned from active duty.
Okay, let me grab the other fighter and crash them into the same.
Link to fighter is tabbed.
Roger that, Commander.
Oh, shoot.
You are now this crew's fighter pilot. Rambo 13 has left your crew. You have left its crew.
Now you'll have to dock that fighter. Or crash it manually yourself. Minus 200 credits. I think I'm going to decline those rewards.
I've never seen minus before.
Yeah, we'll decline that one.
Yeah, no thank.
Welcome.
I
Maybe
will
look bigger on the
I will
inside.
not pay the bill.
Totally.
You are near Smithhouse 56B in the Smithhouse 56.
Okay, I gotta try walking around the Imperial fighter. Ooh, I got Taipan too. I walked outside the Fed fighter, Rambo's, and I just jumped into my bedroom and like I could see the whole back end of the fighter and everything. It's awesome.
Fighter deployed.
Fighters are perfect size for VR. Hey. What was that?
Anything going on?
Not really.
I'm just testing stuff out in VR mostly. It's amazing.
Laszlo, where's your Faz? I want to fight it.
It's at the CG.
Oh,
Yeah.
how far is the CG from that training thing?
Too far. I'm actually gonna leave the CG because nobody's there.
Yeah, medium port usually has that happen.
There's one medium pad and no ringed planets in a bounty hunting CG. And the closest large pad is like 39 light years away.
Yeah, room scale fighters is the best thing ever. Holy shit.
Oh, are you in VR now?
Yeah.
Are you liking it?
I just sat on the wing of an Imperial fighter. It was pretty interesting. Sitting on Rambo's FDL wing when he was fighting a whole bunch of shit. I got like all kinds of footage. It's gonna be glorious.
Like if you just keep walking away from where you were, it lets you get out of the ship.
Yep. You can walk right through
Oh,
walls,
Jesus.
windows, everything. It's like it's not even there.
Yeah, it's like your camera basically.
Yeah, you don't have your physical body. Your body stays sitting in the seat. You just walk around as a camera.
Oh, okay.
But still, like, for all intents and purposes,
You're still
I
walking.
was sitting on Rambo's wing while he was in a big giant firefight, and it looked awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, time to try
That's
the
cool.
Taipan. Yeah, it's funny that my play space is about 3 times smaller than the cutter bridge, so I can only walk in a little space.
Yeah, I can't cover my whole cutter either.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
do you play
big
in
house.
VR too, Laszlo?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, nice.
Alright, Taipan's kind of bigger, so let's take a look. I like this cockpit in VR. Oh, wow.
All my stuff's all the way out at that HR system.
Oh, yeah. In VR, you can, like, lean up and actually see out the Taipan windows. Why did they make them not visible? Like, they should have just made the seat higher so you could look out the windows as normal, too.
It reminds me of like what an X-wing looked like if back in the old Star Wars.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. This is almost like a
Yeah.
Y-wing cockpit or something from the,
Oh yeah,
Return
yeah.
of
The
the-
cockpit is very Y-wing like.
or the, what are they called? The fucking ones they use in Revenge of the Sith. Anakin and Obi-Wan at the very beginning have, like, those kind of TIE fighter sounding arc ships. Those things are very much like this cockpit as well. I even put green lasers on mine, so it's like a TIE fighter when it shoots. Almost.
Orgy showed me VR chat, and I've been recovering ever
Oh,
since. Just
God.
gonna chilling out, just watching his stream and just gonna shooting the shit with him.
Yeah, well, I got on to go and move all my ships over to that training thing. It shall probably take a little bit of time. Orgy, are you familiar with the malfunction pulses at all?
What's the question?
I'm wondering how reliable they are, because I was thinking of putting that actually on my courier instead of the Groms, so, since other people seem to have Groms as well. And it goes on that cooldown. If I was using the malfunction pulse, maybe I would be able to keep people from jumping more if we had one of each.
It's not that effective, but you know what is effective? There's a missile launcher that you can also give the Grom effect to. Just standard dumbfire missiles, and then you can basically alternate between those and Groms and keep the cooldown going.
Oh, they have different cooldowns? Oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering if the FSD reboot had a separate cooldown than the Grom bomb.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't answer you before I could hear you, but I was outside the ship, so I couldn't really talk.
Oh, no problem.
Vacuum of space and also push to talk. Immersive. There we go. I'm gonna dock this Taipan. Yeah, it's pretty cool, the Taipan. Not as good as the Imperial Fighter outside, but still pretty cool looking.
How far away are you getting from it?
Not more than like 5-6 feet.
Okay.
I'm like basically standing on the wing. I'll make some clips of this for sure. Yeah, I'm streaming the whole thing, so it'll be good.
Fighter docked.
Alright, I guess back to the CG now, and... or not CG, but wherever I was going. That System Rambo said.
Shift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. 13th.
It probably means I could easily get outside of the Diamondback Explorer as well. That might be an ideal ship for this.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. This is your first visit to this system.
The Eagle too, probably.
Yeah, and also the Courier.
The Courier is bigger. The Courier is significantly bigger than like Eagle.
That's true, but you're fairly close to the cockpit, so I can just go straight through that, right?
There are 3 orbital stations in this system.
I can basically walk.
I mean, the cockpit is definitely quite a bit bigger.
Comet 13th.
I've got about 6-7 feet to my direct left that I can walk in. So, like, I can't get outside the cutter, but I can walk right through the wall of the Courier, no problem there. Oh shit, someone's pulling me. Damn it. Mirror ships are here? You want to be the first person I torp in VR? Be my guest. Like 3 or 4. Ooh, that's not good.
But Jesus, an instance full of commandos. Holy shit.
Comet 13th. Orgy's prize has entered normal space close to Star LTT 8260.
I didn't want this. You brought this on yourself.
Heat levels beyond operator. Fighter launching from
All good to go. Awaiting orders.
Automatic weapons disrupted.
Well, I know when I'm outgunned. Corvette, FDL, and another cutter.
Yeah, you know how this will end.
I made the cutter run away though, because I torped him, so that means I can just low wake out.
Enter Super Cruise.
That's another thing I like about the cutter. You can just walk away at any time.
FDL pulling me now.
What system are you in? I mean, I see what system it is,
yeah.
but why are you over there?
That's the one Rambo said to go to.
Return to normal space.
Another power play thing or something?
Yeah.
8260.
Warning. Thermal signature amplified.
Uh-oh.
Under attack.
Can I get away?
Trajectory disruption. Taking damage.
Nope. Alright. Okay.
Fighter deployed.
Commencing fighter deployment. Fighter deployed. I'm here if you need me.
Ooh, fourth ship's arrived.
Warning. Shield cell attack.
Heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fighter is down, Commander.
Oh, they got me down to one ring. Four ships. Good try.
Wow.
Orgies prizes traveling to the Sanctum system.
I must have never hit that cutter then. Damn.
This is your first visit to this system. Sanctum is an independent corporate with a population of nearly 51,000 souls. Controlled by Denton Petraeus Marquis de Sanctum is the immediate faction. There is a lone orbital station and a single planetary station in this system. Current location is 95 light years from home. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Information, Sanctum is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, 8 billion people. They should have a space station there.
Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Danger. Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgies prizes traveling to the Zeta microscope system. You have left Empire Space. This is your first visit to this system. Zeta microscope is an independent corporate home to nearly 8 billion souls. Controlled by Denton Petraeus SSL Interstellar PLC is the controlling power. There are 9 orbital stations and 7 planetary stations in this system. Comma 13th, Orgies prize refuel. Information, Zeta microscope is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Heat damage. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Left Super Cruise near Emily Station.
Oscar, Romeo Golf. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only. Access granted. Set down on landing pad
Landing pad
10.
N is at 8 o'clock far, as you enter with the green lights on your right.
Scan detected.
Approach is closed. Maintain current heading. Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
Oh yeah, man.
Landing gear deployed.
Topic complete.
Landing complete. Dispatching ground crew. Welcome, Commander.
Comet 13th, Orgies prize refuel. Comet 13th, Orgies prize restocked. Comet 13th, Orgies prize repaired. Comet 13th, Orgies prize repaired. Comet 13th, Orgies prize repaired. Comma 13 TH, comma finger bang transfer initiated from Nari. Expected arrival in 25 minutes. Comma 13 TH, comma shiny and chrome on its way from Shinrata Desert. Expected arrival in 26 minutes.
If I can chat 25 minutes. I'm actually gonna go to bed. 'Cause I've been up all night.
Yeah, I know, man. I hear ya.
Later.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Comma 13th, gold number on its way from Nari. Expected arrival in 25 minutes.
Yeah, I'm basically just getting everything here. And I might be crashing too.
Are you coming to the training thing, or
When is it?
gonna be sleeping through it? 6 p.m. GMT, so I don't know.
Comma
A few
13th,
hours?
TIE fighter on its way from Nari.
Few.
Expected arrival in 25 minutes.
It's 1 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, okay. That'd be like 11 or something.
Yeah, 11. Yeah, you're West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 5 a.m. I have been up all night. But maybe. We'll see.
Oh.
I may still be up, so.
I mean, they didn't show up. None of them showed up the last time we did this training exercise, so.
Is it in the same
Just gonna-
system?
I don't know. I don't remember what the old system was. I can look it up.
Yeah, I'm just in, where am I anyway? One over, because they were attacking me.
Oh no! It's not in the system you were in. It's in Chilton Dock and Kuragu Haney.
Okay. I have been there.
I think that's where the other one was, because I remember that name.
Further with its
Chilton.
transfer initiated from
Well, possibly. I guess we'll see. If I'm still
Expected
up, I
arrival
might
in
just show up.
25 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta see what the Cobra looks like in VR. That was one of my favorite ships, just to look at in 3D. Looked amazing.
Oh yeah. I've been thinking I want to build a Cobra, like a mine one or something.
Yeah, it's totally good.
Have longer to stay in a fight instead of just bringing the courier. The courier is great and all; it's basically invincible, but
Your Empire _ courier
Yeah, I like the
transfer
Courier too,
initiated
but
from
definitely the
Bangkok.
Cobra is a nice ship as well.
Expected
Definitely
arrival
is
Yeah.
a good choice.
46 minutes.
well, the courier is just not great for mining because I've tried it and you get shadow rammed a lot when you try and do that.
I noticed that too. I used to use mines on all the time, and it's not my ideal loadout anymore.
Like Cobra's got, for some reason, it doesn't take ram damage like a courier does, and I think it's a heavier regular frame.
We were talking about that last night. Actually, it's funny.
really?
Also the Cobra takes it's got like a blade shape, so it cuts into the enemy ship and does damage to that rather than itself. Crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why, but whenever I've flown a courier, like you can ram into big things and just kind of bounce off.
Yeah, good for that.
But if you're gonna mine people, you basically need to ram them or get very close to ramming them. So the courier dies very quickly. Torps seem to be better for that for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Twerps are pretty ideal in the courier, I think. I like Groms as well. It's definitely a good Grom.
Yeah, that's what I
vehicle.
run on mine is 2 lightweight torps, 1 Grom.
And I got one I'm using as a taxi. One that I just randomly put shit on to try different things.
Oh yeah, this is my taxi, but it's armed enough to where it can help in a wing fight. If I get there early and I'm waiting for my ships.
Yeah,
That's what I was doing at the 4720 when we were there, and I was waiting for my FDL.
25 minutes.
So I was sitting there and got a couple of torp runs.
You can still harass and do twerps, exactly. Something.
Well, and then I have super pen on my Grom, so I sit there right behind their drive and just keep firing it straight into it.
That's why I like the cutter. I can fly the cutter in, immediately fight, and then call in all my other stuff for like support and specialty and duels.
I mean, really, my FDL is not that bad for jump range. I think I got like 17, 18 if I put my travel FSD on it.
Expected arrival in 25 minutes.
So it's doable. I can get to where I need to go. It just takes a while. Like going the 250 light years, I think it was going to take me like 18 jumps.
Here it is, Chieftain and the Type 10. Oh, 7 million to ship in the Type 10, no thanks.
Oh, I think they want medium ships.
Fair enough.
Your Type X being transported from Nari.
Which I'm kind of glad about.
Expected arrival
I'd like
in
to do more
25
like medium
minutes.
wing stuff.
Oh yeah, mediums are good. I'm all about the big ships personally, but you know, I
Yeah.
don't mind fighting in mediums either. That's cool. I can understand it's pretty price prohibitive for.
Well, I
the
like
big
fighting
ships.
with like a
Transfer
wing,
transfer
a full wing
initiated
of
from
mediums,
Nari.
just because then,
Expected
you know.
arrival in 25 minutes.
I don't know, everybody can be evasive when they need to. You can kind of get more firepower when you need it, and
Oh yeah.
it's just people get blown up, and a lot of people don't like that. If you get focused as the first target in the mediums, and you know there's a clipper or something, then you'll probably die. But
Your independent _ trader being transferred from Shinra to Desra. Expected arrival in 26 minutes.
6 jumps. Have you done any exploration yet with the VR stuff?
Not much. I mean, I was looking for stuff to get my frameshift drive upgraded, so I was hunting around systems and scanning planets, which is almost like exploring, but not actually exploring. That's what I was gearing it up for. That's the next thing.
Nice.
You
should go to that one planet that has the moon that rotates like every 30 seconds or whatever.
Oh, I've been there. Yeah.
No, but in VR.
Oh, actually, that's a good point.
I bet that'd be really fucking scary to try and land on that thing.
It's crazy just normally, so yeah.
You have to put yourself in front of the moon that's flying at you.
Yeah, it's pretty intense just normally. That's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
I will put that on my list of things to check out for sure.
Comma 13th, Ben Swillow being transported from Nari.
Alright, I'm gonna go eat something and then I'll be back.
Arrival in 25
let him in.
minutes.
Have a good one.